Hello and welcome to the video. Today we're going to talk about how to choose your interior design style, and not just any style, how to really choose the real style that actually suits you. And I have two ways in which you can get to assess what style really works for you, and by the end of this video you will be armed with the knowledge about how to choose a style that's actually in alignment with who you are so that you don't regret it later. You're not like thinking about it 2 years later or a year later or even a month later to be like, why did I do this? Why did I actually choose this? It doesn't work for me, it doesn't work for my life. So how do we get to do that? Well, first things first, if you're like most people, if you're deciding on an interior design style, you're probably going online, like, places like Google, Pinterest mainly, right? And when you're there is a multitude of styles. There's so many different styles. Like, how do you get to choose one that you will not regret in the future and one that you really like beyond what is trending and beyond what you're seeing in all the magazines, to really know that that style is for you? It could be that the one that's trending is really for you, but this is just a muscle test to make sure you're choosing your real style. So beyond Pinterest and all the inspirational images you can find online and in magazines, I want you to look at your layout, right? The architecture of your house is the main thing. You might have a layout like this, or you might not. If you don't, that's fine. I want you to just look at the layout of your home. Now, is your home more of a cottage, right? Or is it more of an industrial style? Because all this will influence which style you would choose, because if you have something that is more like a cottage, you might want to keep in harmony with that, and instead of going for super contemporary styles that require high ceilings, that would clash a little bit. It's better to be in harmony with the architecture that you have. In the same way, if you have a more of an industrial loft kind of space, you want to do the same thing. And of course, these concepts go for residential and commercial as well. But you really want to be thinking about your architecture. So first things first, you want to look at the space as if there is no furniture, no colors, nothing, like the bare bones of it. What is the architecture that you're dealing with? And is it an architecture that you want to live in harmony with? Or you could also be in a position where you just have a blank space, like a blank canvas. There aren't many, features like you'd see in a cottage with the different types of sloped ceilings, or like super high ceilings and exposed brick in an industrial style. You just have, a clean slate, a blank room. If that's you, then you're in the best position because you can clearly choose anything you want. So if you're in this position, pretty much, the world is your oyster. And then the second way in which you can really get to assess what interior design style is best for you is by looking at your lifestyle, right? So the first of those is the architecture and the second is your lifestyle. Now, we know contemporary interiors or all white interiors or all beige interiors are beautiful and they're like everywhere, and it's what everybody has, and I like them too. However, beyond what you like, you could say you like contemporary or you like art deco, right? Beyond what you like, you need to ask yourself a little muscle test. What is my lifestyle? Does this style that I really like actually work for me and my lifestyle, right? So for example, you might like a look of something super clean and super chic like this, but then if you look into your lifestyle, you're like, no, it actually doesn't work for me, because maybe you're the kind of person that likes to travel and you want to travel to different countries and bring back, souvenirs, a painting here, a vase here, like a rug here, some cushions there. You just like to collect items and have like a place that is just booming with colors and different cultures of different inspiration. Well, for you might want to have maybe more of an eclectic space, right? And this space, for example, that we can see here reminds me of like a spice market in like Marrakesh, right? It's super colorful, it's alive, and you can pretty much bring in any other items without disturbing the style. The space is supposed to be loud. So if you're that kind of person, then all of a sudden that super clean look doesn't really fit you, because you want to be able to source items from whichever countries or places you're going to visit. Or maybe you just like antiques and you just like shopping, right? Or you could be someone that just really just likes very transitional style. You're like, I just, like something that is palatable, something that is, kind of calm and, well, kind of rooted in tradition, but not so contemporary, because you like contemporary, but you want it to be a little bit warmer than, it is sometimes with the whites and the beiges. Then maybe you might, be a transitional style kind of person. Or you might be like, I just like clean surfaces, because one thing I hate is cleaning. Okay, I do not like cleaning. I don't want to have to think about moving this or moving that to make sure that space is clean or that space is not clean. I just want everything super sparkly. Then maybe for you, something like this might be the interior design style that you might want to go for. Something super chic, clean, and sparkly, and a little bit more on the contemporary side, because it works for your lifestyle, because you don't like cleaning, and then someone else likes traveling, so maybe they want to choose the eclectic one, right? Or maybe you have children as well, or you do a lot of artistic work or something, but for whatever reason your lifestyle suits something else. Therefore, you want to be able to choose a style that is beyond the trends that we see out there, and choose a style that you both love but also fits the architecture of your home, and as well as fits your lifestyle. So if you look around your house right now, are you dealing with a space that you need to live in harmony with in terms of the architecture, or is it a blank slate and you can just choose anything? And then secondly, what type of interior style do you already love? And then does that fit with your lifestyle? And how would you want your lifestyle to be? Because maybe right now you're like, well, it works now, but I want to be the kind of person who, finish the sentence. And if you like this video, definitely like and subscribe, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye for now.